I reviewed the Coalition's operation against Thragg. This was not a plan.
We were trying to stop Thragg before he destroyed everything.
I've seen street thugs plan robberies with more structure.
Okay, that is a rough opening. Accurate, maybe, but rough.
We stopped a threat that could not be ignored. You attempted to stop a threat. That is not the same thing as having a plan.
We Invincible didn't have a lot of options.
You had options. You just didn't have contingencies.
We had confidence.
That is not a strategy. That is a feeling.
It wasn't that simple.
Theodis died. Mark nearly died. Nolan nearly died. Oliver nearly died. Thragg survived.
When you list it like that, it does sound suboptimal.
Thragg is not someone you defeat by waiting. You didn't defeat him with rushing either.
He does have a point. I mean, we did go in thinking everything would somehow work out if we just hit hard enough.
Mark, do not confuse criticism with wisdom. He is judging a war he did not fight. After all of that, Thragg relocated to Earth. Not defeated, not contained, relocated. You didn't end the threat. You changed his address.
He's not attacking. At least not yet. There's an agreement, kind of. It's complicated, but for now, he's not actively destroying anything.
He moved in. When the most dangerous man in the galaxy chooses your planet as his waiting room, that is not a stable situation.
Okay. That is worse when you phrase it like that. I was trying to focus on the part where nobody exploded immediately.
It was always bad. The only thing that changed is now the disaster has a local address and access to human real estate. What was Plan B? Not the inspirational version. The actual contingency for Thragg surviving, escaping, adapting, or doing exactly what he did.
We adapted. I know that sounds bad, but things were moving fast, people were dying, and there wasn't time to make it clean.
That is not Plan B. That is panic with better posture. That is what people say after Plan A explodes, and everyone starts pretending the smoke was part of the strategy.
That is unfortunately very accurate. Also painful, but mostly accurate. I am learning a lot and enjoying none of it.
And who exactly are you to judge a Viltrumite war? You speak with confidence for someone who has never faced Thragg. Someone who reads the mission report before calling it courage. Courage without preparation is it's just a dramatic way to lose people. You're a man in a cave, surrounded by screens, criticizing warriors who crossed galaxies to stop an empire. Yes, and somehow the man in the cave is the only one asking what happened after the first punch failed. And what have you done against beings like us? against people who can break worlds and survive things your body cannot imagine? I've stood against gods. I've faced monsters, tyrants, alien conquerors, and men who thought power made them immune to consequences.
That sounds dramatic, but I feel like he has receipts, like actual files, possibly alpha-helpatized. That worries me.
Side, Superman, the Justice League, alien invasions, gods, monsters, tyrants. Every one of them taught me the same lesson. Strength gets arrogant.
Wait. Superman? You're saying you fought Superman, and you're just bringing that up like it's a normal line on a resume?
Multiple times. Different circumstances, same principle. Never assume the strongest person in the room is thinking clearly. That doesn't mean you understand Thragg. He is not just strong. He is discipline, brutality, history, and conquest shaped into one man. No. It means I understand arrogance wearing a cape. The costume changes. The mistake stays the same.
That is a very aggressive resume. I came here for criticism of our plan and accidentally joined a Batman documentary.
And then there's the virus. The part of the file where your emergency option somehow became more terrifying than your original failure.
It's not a first choice. It's a last resort. Nobody wants to use it unless there's absolutely no other way.
So your backup plan is a virus that could kill the enemy, your allies, and potentially anyone caught between them. That is not a safeguard. That is a loaded catastrophe.
You say it slowly, it sounds bad. When I say it fast in a war room, people usually nod more.
It sounds bad at any speed. Speed was actually one of the problems with this entire operation. You did not fail because Thragg was too strong. Strength was expected. Survival was expected. Your plan treated both like surprises. You failed because your plan assumed he would cooperate with your expectations. A strategy that requires the enemy to be convenience is not a strategy.
So you're saying it was bad? Like normal bad, or one of those Batman level I already built a file about it bad?
No, I'm saying bad was the optimistic version.